Okay, so it has started. Okay, so what I'm saying is auditing is just to keep a log of your CRM. So what is happening within your CRM? As an example, that say example, say example, I am the system administrator of a CRM in an organization, and you are a simple user in that same organization. Okay, so you are using CRM for basic data input, but I'm managing that CRM. Okay, so if I keep turn on that audit history, okay, or auditing, if I keep it on, then what will happen is every time you log to CRM and you will enter data into CRM, everything will be logged. So there I will be able to see after 1 month, if I want to see who logged in and who entered this data, I will be able to see that. So this is called auditing. Okay, so let me show you how you can find this auditing in CRM. So if I go back to our CRM here, if I go to setting, and then if I go to administration, so you go to settings, and then you go to administration, and then you go to system settings. Okay, and you can see here auditing. So in system settings you have auditing, and then you have start auditing. So audit setting is start auditing, means this is another way, it is called global auditing. So when you come, so again if I come to settings, and then administration, then you go to system settings, then you go to auditing, then I go to, if I tick this start auditing, it means I'm turning on global auditing, means everything in your CRM you want to audit. Okay, so everything, because there are so many entities, isn't it? For example, you have sales, you have marketing, you have business, for example, what else, marketing, field service, project service, then under service, accounts, contacts, these are entities. So everything will be monitored. Okay, so whoever changes anything on these entities, even on the fields of an entity on a form, everything will be audited, everything will be logged. So that is called, yeah. N- no, you, this is not backup, the Jolanta, this is log. Log means if somebody if somebody join to your CRM and did some changes, then after 2 3 days, if you want to see who did changes, then you can see that somebody with the name of Jolanta has logged in. So it's not, no, you cannot go back, you cannot go back, you cannot. Yes, 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 yes. You will be able to see, I will show you. You will be able to see what was changed. Okay, what was previous value and what is the latest value. Yeah. So it doesn't call catalog. It is called auditing or log. So if I go back again, system settings, and then auditing, and then click this auditing, because I haven't saved it, so that is why it didn't save. So start auditing. But auditing now, at, as I said, this is global auditing. Okay, on top level auditing. So at the top level of CRM, you have tick this box. So now everything will be audited. But now you have to go down to the bottom of the form, and on the field level and on the form level also you have to turn on auditing. Otherwise, only the entity level will be logged in, that who logged into sales, who logged into contact, who logged into uh, account or something else, and you will be able to see them. But who was, if somebody did change in field or in the form level, you will not be able to see them. So in order to see those, I think Ruthira has joined. Okay, so you just okay, so you need to audit at field level as well as at form level. So we will see that. So start auditing, then audit user access. See, so this is the special tick box you have to tick if you want to see who wanted to access or who did access to your CRM in a particular area. So tick this box. Then enable auditing in the following areas. If you want to see common entities, if I bring my cursor on this, you will be able to see everything is disable. Account disable, contact disable. What does it mean disable? Disable means auditing is disabled at the moment or at form level. So account is disabled, contact, goal matrix. So these are all entities. Lead, marketing list, product, quick campaign, report, etc. etc. If I bring my cursor on sales entities, then you will see competitor, invoice, opportunity, order, quote, all are disabled. So as soon as you will tick, then these will be enabled. Marketing entities, campaign, disable, customer service entities, everything is disabled. So these are at top level, and then if further down, these are all, everything is enabled. So if I tick this box, okay, so if I all this tick this box and then click OK, okay, there is another option here. You can go to entity and field level auditing here, or you can save and you can go back to customization and you can do it from there. Yeah, okay, it's gone. So now we need to go to our customization. From settings, go to customization. Customize the system, and you can see here, click entities and you will see all entities. Now what you have to do, you go to each entity. For example, click account, and you will see here auditing, data services. So you have to make sure that this one is ticked. Means anything to do with the account form, account entity, anybody has logged in or changed anything in the account. If you don't tick this box, even though the global auditing is enabled, but if this one is disabled, then you will not be able to see anything. So uh, note by, it says here, note by default all fields for the entity are enabled for auditing. Click the fields tab to enable or disable specific fields for auditing. So by default they are auditing enabled, but if you want to disable them, you can disable them. Okay, so now I have disabled. So you click enable, now it will be enabled. So this is the same way. So I have done account. Now if I go to, so say example, I have done account, right? So let me show you the change. So it is auditing is enabled, and now I will save them. So you save it and then publish. So this way you basically go to every entity and you just tick that box. Okay, this auditing. Make sure that by, because it says by default is enabled, so it should be enabled. But you have to make sure that if something, because another reason of by default it is enabled, because at the top level when we went to system settings, global system settings, we tick all the boxes. So that is why actually these are enabled now. If I don't, say example, let me show you. We have published, yeah. So now go back to settings, administration, then system settings, auditing, and if I remove this, I think then by default auditing is disabled. So click OK. Let's see. It's taking time to save. Okay, that's fine. So I go back to customization, customize the system. Now, yeah, it is opening again. Entities, account. Yes, see here auditing is now disabled. So it was enabled, but because at global level I have turned off, so now by default is gone. Okay, so this is the reason. So actually by default it comes when you actually turned on global auditing. So when global auditing is off, then by default is off. So then manually you can turn it on. Okay, so you have manually turned it on, and then you save it, and then you publish it. Now what is the reason of turn it on at global level? It means the reason is that you can actually turn on all the entities at the same time. So all of these entities you have turned on auditing at global level, so you don't have to do it manually. But if you want to do it manually, okay, you can do it by turning off the global auditing. Okay, so this that is basically at entity level and at global auditing level. Now, even though even though this one is auditing at the moment, it is ticked, but if you change anything in the account, then it will be logged. But if you do in the account form, if you do change any fields, then that will not be audited until and unless if you go and keep the auditing on for the field level. So address city. Okay, so if I go to address city, so this is the field, one of the field, and you can see this is the one of the field, and auditing at the moment is enabled. Okay, so what you have to do, if it is enabled, this is fine, then it will the CRM will be able to log your access and your change to this city. Okay, so example, for the city, if you change from London to Gravesend, then after a few days or even after one. Hmm. Gravesend. Uh, Grace. Uh-huh. G. Gravesend. Okay. How long it takes from London? 35 minutes. 25 minutes. So that is not far. Uh, oh, this is south. You use southern train, right? Oh, southeast train. Okay, okay. So it is far from Dartford. So you come through Dartford, right? Yeah, yeah. From Northfleet, there is a train direct comes to Stratford. Ah, okay, 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 okay. How much ticket? 1 day travel card, 1 day like yeah, 1 day up and down. 1 day with 1 day with return. How much? 40. Oh, okay, expensive. Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. So off peak is 20. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, okay. So let's go back to our topic. So we are doing yeah, field level. So you can see here it is enable. So it means that the CRM will be able to log it. Okay. So what we will do now, we will change the city name, and we will see how it has logged my activity. Okay. So we'll go okay. First of all, I need to check. um, okay, let me save. Okay, let me save and publish, so that in case. Okay, save is done. Publish all customization. How much house price? Did you buy a house there, Jolanta? uh, okay. In like London. uh, okay, 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 okay. Okay, so in sales, then you go to accounts. So because we have changed, we have kept turned on the accounts entities, account entities, city, address city. Okay, so it is turned on. So let me choose one of the accounts. First of all, I'm going to accounts, and I'll choose active accounts. So a datum. So if I open a datum. So now if I go to address, address is here, but where is the address city? There should be one field called address city. Somewhere it is there. Details. Okay, we can look here from here. No address. There is no separate entity. Okay. Field service scheduling. Okay, so address. Oh, you know what? Because although the address city field is already, I mean, is there for the form, but actually that is not brought in as a field. So what does it mean? Let me show you. It means, so if I go to customize the system, and if I open the form, the field is not on the form. So it is there as a draft, so it is not activated. So we have to activate it, and then we can change it. So let me show you. So I need to go back to entities, then I go back to account. So field is there, but that is in draft stage. So now I need to open account, and then I need to go to form. Yeah, yeah. The difference, the reason I know, because the field is not in the form. Because the field is not in the form, but field was here, it means that that is in draft stage. So we will see. So this is the account, and this is the main form. Form type is main, and this is the account. So click that. So we are checking what I guess that that is in, it is in draft stage. So we will be able to confirm that by coming to this here. So you see, this is the form, right? This is the account form. So we will look for address, city. So account name, phone, email, website, parent account. These field are already there. So address, their territory is there, but address city is not there. But you can see address city is there. If this one is here but not in the form, it means it is in draft stage. It is not in live. So address city is not there, because address city should be under address. So then map we have, then recent opportunities. I think Ruthira has joined. Hello Ruthira, how are you? Hello Ruthira. Okay, so let me continue. Okay, so what we are saying, that if I go back to form, we can see there is no address city anywhere. There is nowhere. This is company profile, marketing, billing. So address city should not be here anyway. So contact preference maybe here. No, it's not there. Field service, it should not be here. That's it, right? So we can confirm that address city is not here, and because it is here, it means it is not there. So if I remove this address city and put it somewhere here, oh, it's gone here. Okay, so let me delete, remove this. Okay, now bring it back here. Yeah, so now address one city is there. So I have to save it and then publish it. So I'm waiting to when it will be done. Okay, so this is done. Now it's published. I think Ruthira is coming and going. Hello Ruthira. Okay, it's published. Save and close. Okay, so this is done. No, 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 that's fine. I know you will be late. Your India is playing today, isn't it? Why not? Why not? Ah, okay, okay, okay. But why you are not supporting India? Ah, you are from Sri Lanka. You are not Indian. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, yeah, you are from Sri Lanka. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are from Tamil. You are from Tamil Nadu. Ah, okay, 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 okay. But do you know that in India there are also the Tamil people, and you speak the same language? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, there are a lot of Tamil people in India as well. Because your side, your Sri Lankan side, Tamil area, and the Indian side Tamil, they are very close. Like in between, there is a like sea only, and both side is Tamil people, isn't it? Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so basically, what we are discussing. Okay, Jolanta said hello to you, so say hello. Okay, so okay, okay, okay. It's very hot weather, very hot. I I went out and I couldn't stay, so I came back home. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, okay, okay, yeah. Kids want to enjoy this weather, true. Yeah. So basically, what we are discussing auditing. Okay. So it was a very basic question you asked me, but I don't know why I couldn't answer. Every day I was using auditing in my work, but suddenly I forgot that. I thought that it is something else. So it happens. So basically, what is auditing means? Basically, I'll show. Auditing means in another word is, it is called log of your CRM. Okay, so what does it mean another way? It means that if somebody, say example, I'm a system administrator, and if I want to see that who else is using the CRM, and when they are connecting to CRM, and when they are changing something to CRM, when they are entering data to CRM, when they are working into CRM. So all this, everything will be audited, everything will be logged. So that is called auditing. Now there are few ways you have to audit. One is called global auditing. Another one is at global auditing. One is at global auditing. Another one is entity level auditing. Another one is field level auditing. So you have to turn on global level auditing in order to audit at global level, means everything. Okay, but you can turn off global level auditing. You can manually turn on field level and entity level. Then what will happen is, then that would be manually, so you don't have to keep everything turned on, because global level auditing means everything you are turning on. So sometimes you don't want to keep everything turned on, because this is a very important question. Although though the question is, if somebody in the interview, somebody says, okay, can you please tell me that if something at global level auditing you have turned on, then what is the disadvantage of global level auditing turning it on, keeping it on? What is the disadvantage? The disadvantage is that when you buy CRM from Microsoft, they will give you a specific data limit, say example 50 GB or 100 GB, your CRM size. Okay, so that how much data you can keep within your CRM server, because there will be two server. One is CRM server, another one is data server. Obviously data will be logged in this in the data will be saved in the database server, but the CRM information will be logged, will be saved in CRM server. So say example entities and all of these, you will create, say example you will create 100 entities. Okay, who knows, say example for your organization you need 100 entities. For your organization you need 2000 forms. I'm just example giving you. But all these 2000 forms, 100 entities will not able to accommodate in 50 GB, so you need 100 GB. So those the size of the CRM also you need to buy from Microsoft. So in order to if you keep turn on global level auditing, so what will happen is, even the entities what you are not using, sometimes some people they are changing something in those entities, and you don't need to see who is changing those entities, because those are not important entities. So what will happen is, you are just simply using unnecessary CRM, the basically using CRM, reducing the CRM size. So as a result of that, by keeping the turn on the auditing, global level auditing, so you don't have to audit everything, you don't have to keep log of everything. So you just need to keep log of important information which is very vulnerable to the organization. So that is why you have to, it is always wise to turn on at lowest level, not at top level. Top level is global auditing, at lowest level is field level auditing. So you turn on from that level. So this is what I was showing to Jolanta, that if you go to settings, then you go to administration, and then system settings, and then you see here in system settings you can see auditing, and then this should be turned off by default. Okay, let me turn on, and then this one should be okay. Okay, this one should be turned off. Okay, so you have to keep it on, okay, to make sure start auditing. This is global level auditing. So if you tick it on, if you turn it on, it means that you global level you have turned on. Then you have audit user access. So there is another type of log you want to keep, that is a separate one, which is user access, who accessed but didn't change anything. So that also would be audited, okay, will be logged. So you can turn it on. Then also you have common entities, sales entities, marketing entities. This is entity level, but again, at each entities you have different other entities as well connected. So example, common entities are account to user, all these are entities. Sales entities, competitor, invoice, opportunity, order, code, these are all entities. Marketing entities are campaign, customer service entities are article. So these are entity level, but entity level you can turn it on from here, or you can turn it on from the entity level. So let me show you from entity level. If I go to settings, you go to customization, customize the system, and then you come here, you see all the entities, you see all the entities here, and then you go to entity, each entity, account entity, and then turn on auditing from here, because I have turned on global level auditing, so this is turned on as well, but you can turn it off. So this is account level auditing, entity level, but this is already turned on because I've turned on from the global level. So that is why it is turned on, but you can turn it off. Okay, so this is turned off. So now all other entities will be logged. If somebody else join and then change anything will be logged, but not account entities, nothing will be logged. Okay, also, say example, you see here, this one, entity level you have turned off, but if you now go to account and then you field level, say example, you go to form and you take the account main form. No, not form, so not form level. So you have to go to fields, and I was showing the one example, address city. Address city at the moment, okay, if I open, this is one of the field of account entity. So you can see here, this is auditing. So this is enabled. So this one, this is what you are asking. So auditing, if field level is enabled, but at entity level it is disabled. So what will happen? So you will not be able to audit, you will not be able to keep a log of anything. Okay, so that's the, so so you have to turn it on from top level. Then also make sure if you turn it on from top level, automatically everything will be turned on. But if you want to do it manually, then you have to do it from the bottom. So you have to turn on the field level, then you have to go to entity level, turned on, then you have that's it, and then you can log everything. Okay, so this one is enabled. Okay, so you save, we will see, we will change the city, and then we will see how it is logged, our information, that who changed it. So save it, save and close. But now I have to go to account level, entity level. Then entity level, I have to I have to turn on the auditing. I have to turn on, come. Okay, so I have to, yeah, this one is turned on because I think because the global level is turned on. Okay, so you save and publish. Then we will change now in address city field, and we will see the change is logged. Okay, so this is done. So now I will go to go to here. Okay, okay, let's go to here, and so I'm going to sales. I'm going to accounts and opening one accounts, active accounts. Come on. Okay, so uh, picking up one entities randomly. Okay, now our address city. So it is here. So at the moment it is Guangzhou. So we will change it. Okay, we will change it city. Okay, change it to Colombo. So done. Colombo is there. Then I'm saving it. Is saved. Okay, so now the city is changed. Now I can show you that what is logged. So now you go to, you click here, drop down, and then you go here, audit history. And audit history, you can see here that 18th of 6th 340, which is so the server, CRM server, is always 1 hour behind. So at the moment our time is 1640, but that is 1540, so 1 hour behind always. Okay, so that also you have to remember. So because that is not the UK time. Okay, that is the, I think, the standard time. Okay, the time we are using on our computer, that is British Standard Time. I think this one is the something like something global standard time or something Greenwich time or whatever. Okay, so we can check that one later on, but this is the CRM server is 1 hour behind, so that is fine. So Adina Khan, so you can see this is the Adina Khan who is the user at the moment. So Adina Khan updated. Okay, what change field city from Guangzhou to Colombo. So this is how it was logged. Okay, so also you can see some other information also was logged. Say example 3:11 p.m. Adina Khan audit enabled. Adina Khan audit, you see here, or entity audit stopped, so disabled. Entity audit started, enabled. Then I have updated. So everything is logged. Okay, this is very very important element. Okay, it's good thing that Ruthira asked me, because otherwise I could have forgotten to explain this. Yeah, so and it is always used in real life. This auditing is all the time it is used, because in your organization, say example, if you work for an end user as a CRM administrator, then you have to manually keep turning on important entity level and field level this auditing, because you have to know who is changing this field, who is changing the account, I mean who is basically working on different areas or important areas of CRM. Okay, so that is auditing. So auditing is done. The next thing is okay, I have a document as well here. So auditing, so let me just quickly go through this document. So in order to audit, okay, so another way of turning on the global level auditing is from here. You go to settings, global, yeah, settings, then auditing. So I'll show you, this is another way. So you go here, settings, then rather than going to administration, you have auditing as well. Okay, so you click this, and then you have global audit settings. So you click this, and then you actually go back to your system settings. It's the same place, but it's just a different way of going there. So you see here, these are turned on, so you can turn off. Okay, so it's turned off. Click OK. So either you come to auditing in system settings from global audit settings, or you can come to administration. So it's the same way. So global audit settings, you come global audit settings and you go to auditing, then you turn on start auditing, then audit user access and whatever. Start auditing is more than enough. You don't have to keep audit user access. So because I've turned on audit user access, so can anybody say what is the proof that it is working? Audit user access. I've just showed you. No, start auditing. Changes means start auditing. Audit user access means this one, what we just seen here. If I go back to, you have seen just now that yes, that's the one. So if I go back to accounts and then that particular account, a datum, then I come here and then go to audit history, and then you can see these are the elements. Adina Khan audit enable started, Adina Khan entity audit stopped. So this is called user access and this is called start auditing. Okay, so if you turn off user access, then these will not be logged. Okay, so this is what is called auditing. Okay, so this is, and then this is entity level at top level. Enabling and disabling auditing on specific business areas. Okay, so common entities. So this explanation is there. Please go through this document. This checkbox is selected by default when you start auditing for the first time. So if you tick this start auditing, then the common entities will be ticked. If you turn it off, then it should be turned off. Sales entities. When you select or clear this checkbox, auditing is started or stopped for the following entities. So because under sales, there are sales entities, competitor opportunities. So automatically turned on of these entities auditing. Marketing entities, customer service entities. The same way you can at global level, you can turn on all these entities. Okay. Auditing user login details. Okay, this task user login details we have seen. So this is what audit user access. Okay, so you see here it says here audit user access is used for auditing user login details when they're accessing what they're doing. So this one. Okay, enabling and disabling auditing for entities. So that is the entity level. So if I go back to so we can go to entity and field level auditing from here as well. Okay, so if I go back to global audit settings, then and if I turn it on, okay, and then you can come to entity and field level auditing from here as well. If I tick this, then it will take me to customization. See, you are now in default solution customization. So you go to entity, okay, entity level, and then you go to field level and then change the field level entity, field level auditing. So that is field level auditing. Okay, so you can go from here as well, and other way you can go from customization as well. Okay, so I have shown you this one. You go to customization, or you can go from here. You will reach to the same place, which is customization, and then where from you will change is you will change from, say example, if I go here, then okay, let me open any one of them. So say example activity. Okay, this is another entity. uh, Click that, I go to field, and then I will change one of the fields, field level auditing. Say example anything, right? Owning user. Okay, priority code, let's see, priority code. This is an option set field. So you see here it is by default is enabled because you have turned on the entity level, I think, or maybe on the top level. Okay, so you have turned on, so that is why it is enabled, but you can disable it. Okay, so basically this is the way actually you turn on at entity level. So then you save it, then what you have to do, then you have to save it and then publish it. Don't forget to publish. If you don't publish, then you will not be able to see those changes. Field level auditing. There is another way of going to field level auditing. You can see here from settings, then you go to settings. So okay, so you settings. Okay, the settings, go to administration, then system settings. No, not from here, sorry. Settings, then auditing, then not from global auditing settings. Now you need to go to entity and field level. So you click here and then you come to the same place. basically to default solution, and then you change to field and entity level auditing. So this is done. So this is entity, component type, entity and field. So you can see here, you see go to fields and then choose any fields and click the field. Then it will show you here auditing enable and disable. So you just choose whatever you want, and then remember publish all customization. Okay, otherwise it will not work. And also this is another important element is at the same time you can enable few fields together rather than going into each field separately. You can also choose together. Okay, so let me show you. So you go to customization, customize the system, and entities. Okay, so I'll go to I'll go to this time. Okay, let's see, contact. Let's see, go to contact. Okay, so contact, and then I will go to fields. So what you want to do is you want to select few entities together and enable the auditing. Okay, so I will pick randomly few of them. Okay, all of these I want to turn on. Okay, so you click edit, and then you can see that edit multiple fields. Okay, together. So you just turn on enabled. So multiple, all these 4 fields, 1 2 3 4 5 fields you are enabling auditing for these 5 fields. You save. Is done. So you just then you do publish customization. So this is another important way of working with multiple fields same time, making it enable and disable. Okay, so field level security, field levels. Okay, field level security. Field level security is basically, this is I've explained already. So basically, we'll be able to see, in addition to defining security around users and teams, a more minute level regulation of security can be done around a field. This applies to only custom fields. So what does it mean? Say example, I will discuss today security roles. Okay. Say example, I am a system administrator, and Jolanta and Ruthira, you both are a user, general user of CRM. You don't know anything about CRM that much, customization, those things you don't know. So you're just a simple user, okay, at an organization. But I'm managing CRM, so I'm CRM administrator. So what I'm doing, if I'm giving you access, okay, if I give you access to see the field, okay, to see the field on the form, so that I have that has to be done under security roles, that you will be able to see, read, write, delete, append to, those kind of things you will be able to do from security level. But if I disable field security, particular this field, if I disable it, even though this is enabled, but you will not be able to see it, or you will not be able to change anything, you will not be able to add, modify anything at that field level. Say example, this is a name field. Okay, so if I make it disable, then you will not be able to change anything, even though at the security level it is turned on. So that is why I have decided to explain you today security roles. Okay, so that is called field security. So we will explain today security roles. That is very, very important. Security roles is very, very important in Dynamics CRM. So let's do what is security roles. Security roles in Microsoft Dynamics 365 are a matrix of privileges and access levels for the various entities. So what does it mean? Say example, let me show you. So if I go back to here, so I need to go to settings. Okay, so I need to go to settings, and then I need to go to security. Okay, so I need to go to security. Then I have users, then I have security roles, I have teams, I have business units. Okay, so let me show you business unit first. Business unit, Adina Limited is the organization's name. Okay, so my company, for example, that this CRM is used by which organization? Adina Limited. So this is the organization name. So that is the business unit. Okay, so if I open this business unit, and under this business unit there will be users, there may be some business units, may not be, there will be some teams, okay, there will be some equipment, resource groups, etc, etc. And you can also, you can keep audit history, see audit history from here. Okay, so this is log, this is log. Okay, so this is not the enabling and disabling here, this is log. So okay, so what I'm saying is, so basically under this organization at the moment, okay, these are the users by default. Okay, although these are disable, these are disable, you can see Adina Khan, Alan Steiner, these are sample data, these are from Microsoft, they have entered.
Are you finished?
Not yet, ma. Alicia Thombar, Alice Bellew, and so all of these are user. Okay, user under Adina Limited. Okay, under Adina Limited. Okay, all of these are disabled at the moment. You can enable them if you need to just turn it. You need to open it. Okay, so this is you can see this is the user Alan Steiner. Okay, Alan Steiner at the moment disable. Okay, you can see here it is disable. Can you see? So this one is disable here. This is status is disable here. Okay, now you can actually enable. Okay, so you can go to also manage roles. At the moment, let's see what are the roles. Oh, okay, so practice manager. So this particular Alan Steiner, this is an user, okay, but this Steiner has several roles. So he is a project manager, he is also project approver, he is a project billing administrator, he is a project manager, he is a project resource, he is etc, etc. So these are ticked one is the roles. Sorry, these are the roles what is used by Alan Steiner. Okay, so and then rest of them, sales manager, he is not a sales manager, he is not a salesperson, so these are not ticked. Okay, so let me see. I think we have to enable this person, okay, from user level, not from here, not from here. Okay, so I will show you all of this. So at the moment these are all disabled except Adina Khan. So Adina Khan is the only user, okay, under business unit. So what does it mean? Business unit is the top level, security wise is the top level one. So if you give access to business unit, it means whoever works under this business unit, they will have access to the whole CRM. If Adina, because Adina is under business unit and it is active, so he will have or she will have access to everything on Dynamics CRM. Because these people are disabled, so they will not have access. Okay, so this is business unit. Now if I go back to security, then I have teams. Now you may have under again the business unit, Adina Limited, under business unit also you can have a team, right? So you can have a team, there is a team called Adina Limited, and under this team you have Adina Khan, then also these team members. Okay, all of these are team members. So if I go back to security, then if I go to that business unit again, Adina Limited, that is the organization's name, then you can see from here. So users, we have seen Adina, then team, again this is now the team, there is a team as well, the similar name as organization name, which is called Adina Limited, and then under that team, then again those people are the same people what we have just seen. Okay, so this is what is the concept of users, business unit and teams. Business unit is the top level, then underneath is the team, then underneath is user. Okay, so this is how they are structured. Now want to show you something, let me see. Okay, not from here. Okay, when I will go back to that place I'll show you. So okay, so now what we'll do is, will follow how it is says here. So okay, now we need to go back to security roles. Okay, security roles. So let's go back to, we have seen, so if you go back to security, then we have seen business units, we have seen teams. What does it mean teams? What does it mean business units? Now we will see security roles. Now there are, in an organization there will be several security roles. Okay, so these security roles are nothing but who has access how much in your CRM. So you have account manager, you have activity feeds, business manager, manager, customer service manager, then delegate one. These are different security roles, means different types of access. Now if I open any one of these security roles, then we will see that what this person, this particular person, you see the reason of security roles, concept of security roles in dynamic CRM is, for example, there would be for example, you both, Ruthira and Jolanta, you both are account manager. Now Ruthira is Ruthira and Jolanta is Jolanta, but both of you, on top of your name, you are both user as well as your account manager. But account manager, for example, Ruthira works Wednesday to Saturday, and Jolanta works Sunday to Tuesday, but part-time. You are both working part-time as account manager, but you are both working on different days, but your level at organization is the same, but you work on different days, right? So you need to have access to different level, right? Or maybe in the at the same level, but again maybe Ruthira is the account manager for sales, and and Jolanta is account manager for customer service, right? But both of you are account manager. So what, as a account manager, what you will have access, so you can change it. So account manager Ruthira can see sales one, and account manager Jolanta from customer service, she can have access to customer service one. She doesn't need access to sales. So you can do it here, that how much you have access. Okay, so I can, so account manager, say example Ruthira is sales manager, so I go back to sales, and Ruthira has access to competitor. He can create competitor, he can read, write, delete, append to, etc. There is no assign or share access. Then all of this entity you can all this green one means you have full access. Okay, so green one means full access. So I will show you, I will try to show you, but there is no space to put this one. Let me try. Okay, you can see here that green one means organization level, so you can do everything. Okay, you have full access. Parent child business units, parent child business units, so you have not full, half of it. So if something is half, so at the moment there is no half, but you can make it half. For example, you see here, now I have made it to parent child business unit. So only so you will be able, you will not be able to do everything. Okay, so we need to go back to see what parent can do, what child can do. At that level you can have access to what is called invoice, business unit, and this is user level. And if it is something like this, okay, if you make it none, then you don't have access to it. You don't have access as account manager to quote entity. Okay, so none selected, you don't have access. You have access to user level, so you make it one more, it becomes user level. So you have access, but you cannot actually create. Okay, create, you don't have access full. Okay, so we'll see some other full when I will explain everything, then you will understand a little bit. It's a bit complex one. So then you have business unit, a little bit more. Now you have business unit access, little bit more you have parent child business unit, little bit more you have organization level business unit. So this is the way you can actually, as a account manager. Now if I, so now this is called for Ruthira as a sales manager, he can have access this. Now go back to Jolanta's one. So she is a service manager, so service account manager. So she needs to go here, or not she needs to go here. The CRM administrator will come here and will give access from here. So she will have access to service, article, bookable resource, case, contract, etc., etc. So then system administrator like me, I will change here. Okay, so I will change here, and then I will give you access. Okay, so I can change here entity wise, and then I can change it here. Then accordingly, you will not have access. Say example article. Say example article was none. So this is none. So it means that as a Jolanta, although she is a service account manager, but she cannot actually delete article. Okay, so this is called role wise security. Then sales, service, business management, service management, customization. Okay, so in order to do customization, what you can do, entity customization as account manager, yes, you can do, but you cannot create any entity. Field level, you can read it, but you cannot create, you cannot write, override, you cannot delete, you can only create a read. Okay, so these are read. So missing entities, so some other entities, business process flows, we haven't looked at it yet, so you don't understand this. Custom entities, if you create custom entities, then they will appear here. Then you can manually give security level access. Okay, so that is called security role. So everybody, so this is the reason there are different security roles are available. Okay, project resource. But now how, um, as a see, this is this is business unit Adina Limited, and under one business unit, all of this Adina Limited, under one business unit, there are several security roles. Now under each security roles, there will be several users. Example, Ruthira and Jolanta, because Adina Limited is the organization, account manager is the security role, and Ruthira and Jolanta, they are individual users. Okay, so what I have to do now, in order to create user, first I need to go to again security, and then click users, and then Adina Khan is there. Okay, one user is there, so I will click another one. Okay, now this is little bit complex here, and I will not be able to show this one because I don't have access to ADFS. What does it mean, ADFS? Active Directory in a server. So in order to create, okay, in order to create and give license, because one thing you need to remember, that Microsoft, they sell license to access CRM for each user. Okay, say example yearly subscription fees. Say example at LSBM they have how many staff? Example 50 staff. Example I'm giving you. So all these 50 staff, if they need access to Dynamic CRM, they need to buy license from Microsoft. So LSBM will buy my license for each user from Microsoft, and each of them will cost, say example, yearly £25 or £50 something. So if it is £50 yearly for one person, so 50 times 50 is 2500 yearly access Microsoft will give to those users. Okay, that is the expenses LSBM has to pay. So if you join now to LSBM, and if you don't have access to CRM, and if you go and ask your manager that okay, in order to work on CRM I need access, and if that manager says no, you don't need to, and if you say no, I want to play around, and he will say no, you can't play around because we have to buy license for you. Okay, and some organization they may not buy license for you because it becomes expensive for them, but it's £25, it's not very expensive. So definitely all the organization they will buy license, but sometime small organization they don't want to give access users to CRM, okay, because of licensing issues. Every time it has to be renewed as well. Okay, every year you have to buy license or you have to renew license. So in order to create users, what you have to do, the CRM administrator or IT manager, they have to create users in Active Directory first in the server, and then from there you have to just link them. From here you have to link them to Active Directory. But I think creating users I've shown you in my first class, in our first lesson. I'm not going to show you, but that is, if I just quickly remind you, you need to go to for example, let me show you. Okay, because I've logged in as Adina Khan, and it will now log out the other one. But let's see. Okay, so then you go to administration. What is administration? Admin. Okay. Uh, I don't. Okay, because this is our office one, so I don't have access to admin. Okay, so I don't have access. But we'll be able to see here. Yeah, here. Can you see? This is Adina Khan, Adina Limited. Okay, so I have access to, because Adina is the system administrator, so I have access to admin. So you go to admin. You don't have permission to access this page or perform this action. Why? Okay, so basically, oh, no, this is another one. So no, this is Jahidul Khan. This is my company's one. I should have access to. Basically, you go here in admin and check my video, the first video. You have to create user from there, and then you have to add the licensing from ADFS. Okay, Active Directory Federation Services. So you have to add, but that is not CRM administrator jobs. That is IT manager jobs. Okay, or IT support. So those people will add users in the ADFS, in Active Directory first, and then as a CRM support you will add that user from the admin here. Okay, from the admin here, and that's it. So you will be able to log. So where we are, so you will be able to create basically users. So those users will be here. Come on. So your name will appear here. Okay, now I will show you the same. When the name will appear, for example, oh, what is happening? So when I open this, okay, this user, okay, yeah, so this is the user. Now you can see how I will assign roles, security roles to Adina. What is happening? Okay, so this is the user Adina Khan. So I will go to now. Oh, what is happening? Oh, so because you know what? Because this Jahidul Khan is signed in, so this automatically signed, says, taking off my session. So you see, I have to sign out. Just 1 second. So where I am now. Okay, sign out. Okay, now it will stop. Okay, so now what I'm saying is, so user Adina Khan is here. So you go to manage roles. So I'm now assigning roles to this user. So you will see that what security roles Adina Khan has. So can anybody guess what security roles Adina Khan should have? Huh? Yes, you are. Yes, you are right. It is a manager role, but it's not actually manager. It's called administrator role. Okay, so I'll show you. You see here, system administrator and system customizer. So because the Adina Khan is basically the by default CRM user, so because the Adina Khan actually has created this. I mean, has logged logged as the first user. So by default, he is as Adina Khan. She is assigned as system administrator and system customizer. Now, what does it mean, administrator and customizer, and what does it mean, all other security roles? Remember, this is very important, that system administrator role is the top level, highest level security roles at CRM. So if you have system administrator role, then you can do everything. In any organization, there will be only one or two system administrator role. Rest of them will have less role. So business level, all of these roles you can see, vice president marketing, even their roles are also less than administrator role, because system administrator is the managing person of the CRM. So he will give access to vice president or president of the organization, even though the president will not have access as system administrator. Even though the ranking is different, even though the vice president or president is higher than system administrator, but because system administrator is the manager managing the CRM, so he will have access at the highest level. So vice president of marketing, vice president of sales, scheduler manager, salesperson, all of these, sales manager, okay, all of these are lower level, project manager, all of these are lower level than system administrator. So system administrator is the highest level. Then after system administrator, the second top level access is customizer. Now, what does it mean, customizer, and what does it mean, administrator? Administrator can do customize as well as administer the CRM, but customizer only customize the system, but cannot manage or administer the CRM. So that's the two different things. So by default, the by default, this user will have system. You can turn it off, one of them, then you will not be able to customize. Okay, but by default it comes. Okay, these two. And then as a system administrator, then you have to assign to different people different user level access. Okay, say example, if I come to, say example, after adding people, where is after adding oh, come on, okay, going back here, after adding peoples under users, okay, if I see here Ruthira name and then Jolanta's name, then I will click this. For example, this is Ruthira, okay, example. So I will click this Ruthira, and then I will go to manage roles, and then I will tick account, for example, account manager. Okay, I will tick that CSR manager, and I will click OK. And then what will happen? Then Adina Khan will have access as CSR manager, as account manager, to different area of the CRM. So okay, so this is called basically security roles in CRM. Let me put it back. Okay, so and then in terms of different manager or different security roles, then you can go back to security roles and then you can customize these elements. Okay, so it's quite a complex and vast area, but one important, you don't have to worry about this that much, because the first question you can ask me, okay, oh my goodness, now everything I have to do manually and there are so many things. So it's a complex job to give somebody access to something. It is not complex. The reason is because by default Microsoft is already created those roles, and those roles are normally in any organizations you will see those roles are already there. So what you have to do, just you need to simply you have to go to security roles first. You have to go back to security roles, go back to go back to security. Okay, go back to security, and then rather than going users, you go to security roles, and then you see account manager, right? Say example here, this account manager is general account manager. This is by default is created by CRM Microsoft, but in your organization there is no role like that account manager. You have sales account manager, and then you have customer service account manager. Then what you can do, you can tick this box, okay, tick this row, it is ticked. Then you go here and then copy role, you can copy, it is copied. Okay, now you will see account manager copy, account manager. Let me refresh it. Okay, now you will be able to see. I should have account manager copy one. Is it not done yet? So let me. Oh, sorry, I didn't tick. So you see here, now I have ticked. So now I go here and then copy role. Yes. That time it was not ticked. So now the new role name is sales account manager. Sales account manager. So when open the new security role when copying is complete. So as soon as I will click OK, it will appear here. So click OK. So sales account manager is created, right? Because account manager is by default there, but it does not match with your organization. So you have sales account manager. So you can create sales account manager, and then you go to sales and then customize this area. Now sales account manager, you think that should have access to everything. Okay, so everything. So you just make these changes manually. Okay, you change this, do these changes, save and close. Okay, save and close, and then what will happen? Then account manager, sales account manager here, sales account manager is ready. Now what you have to do, in order to assign Ruthira as a sales account manager, you have to create the user Ruthira, and then go to Ruthira and then choose sales account manager for him, and that's it. Then what is good thing about copying roles is that you have already one by default account manager role is there. Say example, because now you want to create another user for Jolanta, and you want to give customer service account manager. Now customer service account manager access and sales account manager access is different. So if you now copy another one and make some customization and save it as a customer service account manager, then it is a good thing, because now that you have by default one is there, then you have sales account manager is there, different access, different types of access. Then as a customer service also you have a different access. So but the by default is still remaining same. So this is the good thing, that always you keep the by default roles. Okay, you don't change them, because as soon as you have changed, then you cannot go back, you will not remember what was the previous the by default role was there, isn't it? So you will not remember, because there are so many things. So the best idea, best way of working, and the professional way of working is copy these by default roles, change it little bit, save it, and assign users to these different roles. That's it. Okay. So this is security roles we have discussed, and that is called, and you know this part, okay, this giving access to, oh no, okay, create, read, write, this is called privileges. Privileges are the basic security units that delineate what action a user can perform. These are different action. So the user, the sales manager has access to account entity, but what he can do with that account entity, that he can read but he cannot create, he can write but he cannot delete, he can append to but he cannot assign, but he can share. So this is called privileges. So these are called privileges. Means privileges is a action what a user can perform. And these are the privileges we have. Create means allows the user to add a new record. Okay, so as a sales manager, you can create say example account. Okay, read, you can read account. Write allows the user to edit. Write means you can edit, change account entity. You can delete an account entity. Now what is append and append to? Append and append to is just like a knocking the door. Somebody is knocking the door and somebody is opening the door. So append is somebody is knocking the door, append to is somebody opening the door. And there is a good example I've added here. Let's take account is the parent entity and account is the organization. I've explained you, right? Account is the organization and contact is the person who is working in that organization. So an account is a one to many. Account and contact is one to many relationship. An account can have a multiple contact. Okay. So account is an organization, parent is a individual. So what I'm saying is, let's take account is the parent entity. So when you create an account, you definitely need to have a contact, and when you create a contact, you also need to have an account. So let's take the account is the parent entity and contact is the child entity. Okay, because why it is child? Because contact belongs to account. So if we have to add a contact to account entity, so because you need to add a contact to account entity, so account is the primary and contact is the child entity. So we will have append access on contact and append to on account entity. So basically the child is coming to house, so child is knocking the door, so child is contact, so child will have append access. So who is knocking the door, that is append, and who is opening the door, that is append to. Okay, so parent entity is the account and child entity is contact, and that is append. So a little bit complex, but you don't have to worry about that much, because in reality you don't have to use that much, but you just need to understand. Now, okay, so this is the the levels of access. None means no privilege is given. What does this mean? These one: none, user, business unit, parent, child business units, organization. So what does it mean? These, right? So it is here. So none means no privilege is given. So person cannot see even. Okay, forget about even writing, creating, deleting. He cannot even see that account. Okay, well, when you will open the CRM, he will not be able to see the account even. Okay, so this is how it works. Easy. So just tick the box. You just untick this box. Okay, for account entity, you untick all of these boxes. Okay, circle all of this circle, untick all of them until 0, like this. Then the sales manager will not be able to see account entity at all on his in the CRM. So it is as simple as that. Okay. User means privileges to the records owned by the user or shared with the user. Also includes the privileges owned by the team to which the user belongs. So very basic levels, privileges, user level privileges. So basic, read, I think, write. So those kind of things. Business units, privileges for all records owned by in the business unit to which the business user belongs. This is the top level. Parent is parent-child business unit. Privileges for all records and owned in the business unit to which the user belongs, and to all the child business units subordinate to that business unit. Organization, business unit or organization is the top level one. Then underneath, because although is the similar name, organization and business unit, they are similar but not the same. Organization is the top level. Organization is the top level. Then under organization you can have several business units. Then under several business units you can have parent child business unit. Then under parent child business unit you can have a team. Then under team you can have a user. Then none. Okay, so organization, say example LSBM. Then business unit can be sales, marketing, customer service, etc. Parent child business unit may be under any department, maybe there are sub departments. Okay, so that is called parent child, and user is this general user. See here, root business unit. So root business unit is the organization level here, organization. So that is the top level. Then you have business unit A, business unit B, business unit C. What does it mean? Sales, marketing, customer service. Then you have parent child business unit D. So example, under sales, they have even sales for international sales, then sales for internal sales. So that is parent child business unit. Okay, sub business unit. Then you have business unit A. Again, under international sales, you have then again international, for example, Asia, international Africa, international Europe. So something like that. Further division of business units. Then you have user. Okay, so this is basically how it works. Okay, so yeah, so we have discussed security roles, how to create a security roles. I have shown you. You go to settings, then security roles, right? Then you copy, you see, you copy here, you choose the security roles by default, you copy, and then you give a name on it, click OK, and that's it. Okay, so this is security roles. So yeah, so we have discussed what we wanted, but charts and dashboard we wanted to discuss even from last week, but we couldn't discuss. But that's fine. Charts and dashboard is also I have added here, and you can follow it. It is very easy. You can do it. Otherwise, I will show you next week. So yeah, so that's it for today. Any question? Okay, yeah, the last thing. Yeah, the last thing. I think last time you asked me something. Ruthira asked me something. What did you ask? Remember? No, no, no. Prefix. Prefix. Yeah, prefix. So I told you that that is in the solution, right? So did you try? So it is easy. You just go to settings, customization, right? And you wanted to create a basically when you created a solution. When you created a solution, you asked me, I think, when we create a solution. So when you created a solution, so this is the demo solution we created, right? So no, we have already created. So let me create a new one, then I will show you. So this is a demo 2 solution. Okay, you don't have to type here publisher. Here is the prefix you use, but in order to change the prefix, just to go further. Okay, we have two publisher, default publisher and Tesco Limited, but we'll create a new one. Okay, so when you will create a new one, okay, so this is the prefix here you have to change. Okay, so instead of new, you put Ruthira. Okay, and save and close. Yeah, oh, so yeah, because this is mandatory, so you have to give a name. Okay, so Ruthira. Okay, so 7 close. So now what will happen if you choose Ruthira, then what will happen, it will come as Ruthira. Okay, so yeah, so this is basically how the prefix you can change. Okay, okay, that's fine. Thank you. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, yes, very good. Yes, so now when you go to this solution, and anything you create here will be under Ruthira prefix. Okay, now I'll show you entities. You go to entities, you create a new entities. See Ruthira. Okay, now it is a good thing. You know what? You have asked the good question. You know what? Because, say example, in an one CRM, there are several. Say example, you are working for the same CRM. Julanta is working for the same CRM. I'm working for the same CRM. I'm creating few entities, Julanta creating few entities, you creating few entities. Now, after 1 month, if manager asks or CRM solution architect is asking you, okay, guys, I can see there are several entities. Who has created which entities? Then how would you know who has created which entities? Because if everybody use the company's name as a prefix, then the solution architect would not know who has created what. But if you use your own prefix, then he will be able to know, right? So this is the good way of working as well. If you keep the prefix as your own, then actually everybody including you will know that this it was done by you. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much for today. Yeah, see you next week, inshallah.